It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report, rumor report. This is the Rumor Report.
Talk to him.
With Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, let's talk about what happened in this game. The Seattle Seahawks were about to beat the San Francisco 49ers 26-23. There were 22 seconds remaining. Instead of running out the clock, though, Russell Wilson passed to David Moore, and everybody was wondering what was happening during the broadcast. But the reason he did it, Moore was one catch from getting 35 receptions on the season, which means that he would get a $100,000 bonus. So he purposely passed it to him so he would get that
I love it.
That bonus.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That is
I
dope.
love it. Help your brother get that money. I was thinking that when I was watching the it was the Texans. Who were the Texans playing? I think it was the Texans and Titans, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm thinking, like, the Texans have no chance of getting in the playoffs. The Titans do. Why don't y'all just let them brothers win so they can get their bonus? Lord have mercy.
All right, now Kodak Black, he's been trying to get his time behind bars reduced, but it seems like it's not happening. Federal prosecutors denied his attempts to reduce his sentence, and they said it's because his motion failed to follow legal procedures or cite a valid reason for why he deserves less time. They said that he has not presented any reason supporting his request for release. He merely states he is not an evil person and promises to participate in community-based programs aimed at helping the younger generation. That simply is inadequate pursuant to the statute. So they also said his 46-month sentence is a lot lighter than the 10 years he was originally facing.
Hey, man, they always say trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. This is another prime example.
Yeah, he was trying to get Donald Trump to pardon him, but I don't know if that's going to end up happening.
Trump has no need for any of you Negro rappers anymore. Okay, he's not here to help y'all anymore.
All right, now let's discuss Pop Smoke's brother, Obasi Jackson. He was on Taraji's Peace of Mind Facebook series, and he was discussing the fact that his brother was getting all these death threats. He talks about how he learned the news of Pop Smoke getting killed.
I woke up early. One of my homegirls from school, she came and knocked on my door. I opened the door and she's like, "Yo, bro, I'm sorry to tell you this. I would hate to be the one to tell you this, but your brother passed away." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I go in my bathroom. I'm on the floor just like, "Ma, is this true? We don't know yet." Everything was in a confusion, it was a confused state. She called me back like, this is true.
Just breathe. Come here. Oh, God, let me hug you. Oh, my goodness.
Dang.
All right, Pop Smoke's brother, Obasi, also talked about the last conversation that he had with him.
That weekend right there, like that Sunday, I had just seen him. Me, my mom, and my brother just sat in a room and talked for hours, which had not happened in years. That last conversation was, okay, I know my brother loves me, and he knows I definitely love him. And he said that he loved me. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Taraji asked him about whether or not he had gone to therapy or would consider it, and here's what happened.
Yeah, have you gone to therapy?
I tried it, but I just don't, something about just doing it myself, getting over it, myself is more appealing to me. I know that I'm the one at the end of the day that has to deal with it. I don't want nobody yesing me to make me feel comfortable.
Right.
I don't give it to me raw.
Well, see, that's the great thing about the right therapist. I would hate to see you try to carry all of this by yourself. And I would hate for you to miss out on that, on someone, on that connection that can help you cope.
And he's not going to get over it by himself. It's not happening. He might suppress it, for the time being, but you're not going to get over it by yourself. That's not happening, my brother.
No, Obasi also talked about his brother, Pop Smoke, not having security, even though he was getting death threats.
There was a time when he went through a situation that was also like people were put him down and count him out. And, there was a lot of threats on his life. There's a lot that goes into it because it's just like you go out there with no security. I can't even it's just mind boggling to me that someone would let a superstar go out with no security.
And that's the truth. I thought the same thing. I mean, he has security all the time if you're that big of a star, especially with death threats. And I always tell all new artists and everybody, you have to be careful about Airbnbs. And the reason why, the funny thing is, I don't think I've ever stayed in the Airbnb. No, I never stayed in the Airbnb. And the reason why is it's not enough protection. For me, a hotel to get to me in my room in my hotel, you got to go through the lobby. Then you have to use your key card to get to the elevator. Then once you get to the elevator, then you have to try to kick down my door. It's different levels of security. What does E40 always say about security, Charlamagne?
E40, the good brother E40 said, you got to make it difficult for people. And, that's why I get another thing in hip hop culture, for whatever reason, people act like it's a bad thing to have security. I'm in the hood with all my jewelry on with no security, or I can go anywhere with no security, or I'll walk around with no security. Well, it's probably because you're not worth anything. All right. And people know your jewelry fake. But brothers, sisters, as I just said, my good brother E40 always says, you got to make it difficult for people. And yes, you should at all times.
All right. Now let's discuss Prince. There's some controversy over the money that he left behind when he passed away without a will. And they're saying, according to the IRS, that his estate was undervalued by 50%, which is about $80 million. They said that his estate is worth $163.2 million, which is way more than the $82.3 million valuation that was submitted by his estate's administrator. So they said that involves mostly his music publishing, his recording interest, and they believe that he owes another $32.4 million in federal taxes, his Prince's estate. So that would double the tax bill based on that valuation. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we'll keep our eye on that. And Larry King, by the way, prayers for him. He has been moved out of ICU. He's been battling coronavirus. He was recently hospitalized, but now he is out of intensive care. He is breathing on his own. According to a spokesman, they said he was receiving oxygen, but now he's breathing on his own. And he actually shared a video phone call with his 3 sons as well. They said he does continue to improve, and he and his sons thank everyone for the outpouring of support, and he can't wait to get home.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, Charlamagne.
Yes, indeed.
Who are you giving that donkey to?
I need Donald J. Trump to come to the front of the congregation. It's crazy that we're starting off 2021 with him as the first donkey of the day, but this story needs to be told because
all right, we'll get into that next.
He was wilding on Clubhouse.
All right, he was wilding on Clubhouse. All right, we'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.